please. Thank you. Okay, everyone, welcome tonight to our What About the Business event. We are so excited that you are here joining us. If you are hopping on right now, go ahead and make sure that you are muted. You can mute yourself. If you're on a computer, you can mute yourself in the bottom left-hand corner. If you're on a phone, you can swipe all the way to the left and mute yourself there. Or in the bottom left-hand corner, if you tap the center of your screen, it'll pop up and you can mute yourself there. So we are so excited that you've decided to come and listen tonight. And I will introduce myself. Is it showing my picture in the screen, Christy? Yes? Make sure you press speaker view. Okay. So my name's Emily Gibson, and I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I am from Sandy, Utah, born and raised in California, and living here in Utah now. And I have been with this company for 2 years. And I started Plexus because of the products. I was looking for something to help me and with the things that I was experiencing with my 4 children that I had. And I found an answer in Plexus. And when the products worked for me, I kind of had a moment where I was like, crap, what am I going to do? Because I can't pay for these. And so I thought, okay, I have to know at least 3 people in my life, because my friend who had introduced me to Plexus said it only took 3 people to pay for your products the very first month. And so I thought, well, I know 3 people that need these products. I know 50 people that need these products. And I reached out to those 3 people, and it paid for my products the first month. And I want to tell you a little bit about how our company works and how we get paid, because that for me was why I wanted to know about the business. And you are here tonight because you are learning about the business. And we're going to talk a little bit about our health testimonials, because without those, there would be no business. And the reason why the business works is because the products work and they change your life. And so I'm so excited to share that with you tonight. And you'll hear a little bit more about my health testimonial later, along with my husband and many of my friends who are also enjoying these products. But right now, I want to talk to you about how we get paid, because that is probably why you're here. And so maybe you're here because you like to help people. Maybe you're here because you like to make money, and whether you're rich or poor, it's always nice to make a lot of money. Or maybe you're here because you just want to gain more information so you can decide if this is even something that you want to continue to think about and investigate. Maybe you're here because you want to have a lot of fun, and you've heard that we earn trips and cars and go on vacation with our friends. We meet new people. We're constantly reaching out to new people and talking to people. And if that's something that is exciting to you, maybe that's why you're tuning in tonight. So I want to welcome all types of personalities here tonight and let you know that we have something to serve you all. We get paid 11 different ways, 5 times a month, you guys, 5 times a month. I was a school teacher before I had children, and I got paid once a month. And payday was so far away. Every 30 days, that's when we got paid. And in Plexus, we have a weekly paycheck. And then we get paid a 5th time a month for our large commission check. It's a great company to work for, because not only do we have a balance of customers and ambassadors, but this month is a particularly great month to join with 6 people, even if you don't want to do a business. Let's just say you have a mom or a sister or a cousin or a neighbor or someone that you know that might need more energy, help with sugar cravings, or maybe they don't sleep well. There's so many ways that we can help people with health and happiness with this company. And that's what we're here to share with you tonight. And so when you join with 6 people this month, you make an additional $479 just in bonuses, you guys. I don't know about you, but that would pay for my entire kids' Christmas. So tonight, I want you to listen and to have your heart open so that you can decide if this is something that sounds like a good fit for you. So I'm going to turn the time over now to Emerald Ambassador Christy Jex, and she's going to tell you a little bit about how Plexus and the business have changed her life.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so excited to, let's see, is this going to me? Can you see me, Emily? Oh, it's still on you on my screen, but that's okay. Okay, So I'm so excited to share with you my testimonial about this amazing company. I really can't believe that I'm saying that because with my experience and my history, this is somewhere I thought I'd never be. First of all, I want to just introduce myself. I have 4 children, 12 and under, so we have a pretty demanding lifestyle. I am a hairstylist. I do hair part-time now. I have a salon in my basement. It's something I love, but it's definitely something that's a side thing that I like to do. I love being a mom, and taking care of my kiddos. But my husband and I, well, first of all, let me talk just briefly. Like Emily was saying, we're not going to talk a ton about our health testimonials, but just really quickly, I had autoimmune issues. I'd done the functional medicine route. I did the anti-inflammatory diet for 2 years and still was left wanting. And Plexus totally changed my life. And so this accidental business kind of started to flourish. And so I was really skeptical at first because, guys, I have done network marketing before. Maybe some of you can relate to that, but I think most of us can say that we've either toyed with the idea or we've done it and been burned, and we kind of make that vow like this: never again. That was me, because we did hardcore 3 years, committed, sold out, and we made no money, guys. Zero. Like, I'm not just saying that. We were in the hole. So I vowed I'd never do it again, and I was really skeptical, really hard to please. But obviously, my health testimonial changed my life, and so I was motivated by helping others. I wanted to help others. And also, my other motivation was, I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 78%. So if you're one of those, then you understand that sometimes that can put a lot of stress on a family, particularly a marriage. And we were living that. My husband's an excellent, hard worker, good man, always had a job, always did what it took to provide for our family. But we always found that there was too much month left at the end of our money. And we were always stressed out about money. And that put a lot of strain on our family life and our marriage. And I was sick and freaking tired of it. I wanted to see that face of my sweet husband go from stressed and crippled with this pressure to being able to thrive and be happy and make choices from a freedom standpoint instead of a let's see how much money we have and let's see what our choices are based on that. So those were my driving forces: helping people and then creating financial freedom so that we can have choices with our family. So we went into this with zero belief in network marketing, you guys. I'm talking zero. When I first started to feel the stirrings that I needed to share and was feeling those really stubborn, skeptical feelings come up, I reached out to Emily, who you just heard from, and Brooke, my 2 amazing mentors, and the people that I learned about Plexus from, and my amazing friend Jenny as well. But I reached out because I knew they were building businesses, and I straight up asked them, because I'm that girl that was like, they're not really making money, those things don't work. And I grilled them pretty hardcore. I wanted to know the truth, and they were 100% transparent with me, which I totally appreciated. But I was also super blown away by their incomes and what they were creating on their little side gig as these amazing mamas. So that was really impressive to me, and it actually started to get me excited. So where we are now, we've been sharing Plexus for about 22 months, well, around there, and it has completely transformed our lives. We now get to do life together. My husband works part-time, so we get to be home together as a family a lot. It is amazing. He gets to help with homework. We get to do getting ready in the morning together. We literally live the life we've always wanted to live, but didn't know where to find that opportunity. We are on the doorstep of Sapphire, which is crazy to even say this, but that income is more than some doctors. I can't even believe it. We are so blessed, so grateful, and I'm just so blessed to be part of this company. One last thing, our perks, you guys. Plexus is, I always joke, it's the best boyfriend that you've ever had. Always taking you on free trips, giving you gifts. We have a car that Plexus helps pay for, a brand new Lexus. They've taken us to Maui for my husband and I. We were able to have this amazing time together, all on Plexus's coin. And not to mention that we've been able to help so many people. It's just an incredible opportunity. So I'm so grateful that I get to do this, and I'm so grateful to meet all these people. And without further ado, I would love to introduce to you my dear friend and actually my kid's pediatrician, Dr. Kimberly Greening. She is next. Are you here, Kim? Maybe she's not here. I haven't seen her cute face yet. Do you see it, Emily? Okay. Who's next, Emily, besides Kim?
We're going to turn it over to my husband. So you heard a little bit about how I was talking that I didn't feel like we could afford the products. Remember that when I said that in the beginning, guys? That was because my husband was working full time so that I could stay home with our kids. And so I'm going to introduce him.
She's undressing me.
He's all bundled up in his coat, guys, and I just thought it would look better if he was in a shirt. So this is my husband, Dr. Sean Gibson.
Well, hello. So yeah, she was stealing my thunder a little bit, but so my name is Sean Gibson, and I am a doctor of physical therapy. And I went to school for 7 years to a postgraduate program at the University of Utah. We're from Sandy, Utah. And it was always kind of my dream, probably at the age of 12 I started to want to become a physical therapist to work outpatient physical therapy. So physical therapy is an awesome career. I'm passionate about helping people. I work in West Jordan at an outpatient clinic. But after graduating from physical therapy school, we were about over $100,000 in debt. And I actually, right out of school, made pretty good money, but it still wasn't enough. And I was working my A off, guys. So I worked 6 days a week. I worked 3 different jobs. I did, I worked, the 9 to 5 hours, but then I picked up hours late in the clinic, and I was up in the morning early to do paperwork. And even though I was working my A off, it still wasn't enough. We made a good income, but not a great income. And the credit card debt started to come, and, and we weren't living extravagantly at all. We were just living a normal life. And so when Plexus came along, it was kind of a little bit of a surprise and a little blessing. And it started out really slowly, but I had always been really supportive of my wife. She's the one that got me started in Plexus. And after a few short months of seeing her grow and be passionate about it, it was really easy for me to watch her grow and be passionate. And in a short amount of time, she was starting to make a pretty good income. And then about a year and a half ago, she started making enough income that a huge blessing came into our life that I actually could pull back from my job and be more of a dad to my kids, which was really special to me. So what does that look like today? Today, I work regular hours. I start my clinic hours at 10 o'clock. Sometimes I get done at 5:30. Sometimes I get done a little bit later. I worked Saturday mornings for 7 straight years, and now I get to make pancakes with my kids on Saturday morning. And then just recently, one of my dreams has been to coach my son's basketball team. And I'm getting to do that all because we gave Plexus a try. And so that's kind of my business testimony, is that it can really make a change in our lives. We were just ordinary people just trying to live the dream, and yet it wasn't enough. And Plexus was that blessing that kind of took us over the top. And now, not only is it paying for all these wonderful things, but giving us many wonderful blessings as well. So that's kind of my business testimonial, and I'm going to turn it back to my wife. Bye, guys.
Isn't he the cutest? I'm so grateful for how hard he has always worked for our family. And I'm also now grateful that because I spend a few hours in the morning and a few hours at night, instead of watching my DVR or scrolling Instagram without any purpose behind it, I've been able to relieve that stress that Christy talked about when she shared her story, lifting that burden from our husbands. And maybe you're not married. Maybe you don't have a burden to lift from your husband, but maybe there are other things in your life that you could maybe give more to if you had a little bit more to give. A great example of this is our Plexus teams this month have all adopted a Sub for Santa family, where we are paying for people's Christmases with our commission checks. And that is something that we can do. We can give more because we have more to give. And isn't that so amazing? So we are going to turn the time now over to Kirsten Fresh, and she is going to share with us her story about how the business has helped her.
Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. My name is Kirsten Fresh. I am a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus. I started a year ago. I had 3 kids in 2 years, less than 2 years, and so I was that young, tired mom. I reached out to a friend who'd been posting about Plexus and decided to give it a shot. I had a lot of health struggles, and now a lot of those are behind me. So I'll just talk about the business, what the business has done for me. So I joined as a wholesale ambassador because I like to get a good deal. Everyone likes it. Well, I know I do. So I signed up as a wholesale ambassador with no intention of working a business. I have 3 little kids. My husband owns his own business. I do real estate on the side. I was plenty busy. But like Emily said, you know, you start thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, this would be great for my mother-in-law. My sister needs this. And you start thinking like of all the people you know in your life that need this product. And I am someone who's very vocal about things. I like to share things that I have found that work for me with other people. So I just started sharing that with people. And naturally, business started to grow from that because these products really work. If you're consistent with them and you give it a chance and you do it every day, you really will see amazing results. And so that makes it easy to share and makes it easy to grow a business because you don't really have to put forth that work. The products do it for you. So I just kind of started sharing with my heart, and people were coming to me and joining and seeing great results for themselves. And, you know, well, I know a few people, and just encouraging them to share with their friends and family as well. And so kind of just organically, this business that I had no intention of doing started to grow. And like I said, I do real estate super duper part-time. My husband's a custom home builder, so I do that mostly for his clients. I didn't need to work. We have a good lifestyle. My husband's provided well for our family. I worked for 12 years in retail before I had kids. And so I was home and things were great, but I felt like for 12 years I contributed to our financial situation, and I really wasn't doing that anymore. And it was okay, you know, I'm home, I'm taking care of the kids, I'm doing the things I need to do, but I've always liked the thought of participating in helping our family. So it's been an amazing blessing in that way. I started out with just wanting to get my products paid for, like Emily said. And then it started out with just wanting to make enough money that I could do some contests and give away 7-day trials and not have to pay for those out of my, you know, our family's money. And then it turned into, oh my gosh, like this is real money. And then it turned into me telling my husband for the first time in 10 years, I want to make my car payment, which I got a new car and it came along with a payment. And so I started doing that, and just over time it's grown. My husband, kind of like Emily's husband, my husband works 7 days a week sometimes. He's at the mercy of his clients and he has to do what they want. And so he works extremely, extremely hard. And my goal moving forward is to be able to have him not take on as many jobs. I want him to be able to take the winters off so he can just travel. And I know I'm going to get there sooner than later. So it's been a huge blessing for my family, for people on my team. I've seen them be able to change their lives as well. So it's definitely a great opportunity. it's not one of those only certain people can make it happen. Really, anybody, if you put your mind to it and you dedicate time and hard work and energy, anybody can make this business and have it be successful for them. So that's all.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that story. I think one of the things that we all keep saying is that Plexus has given us all the freedom to live our life a little bit more looking like that picture we had imagined it to look like before adulting came into the picture, where we had bills and jobs and things that were forcing us to do things that we didn't really want to do all the time. Gives you that freedom. So, okay. We are going to hear now from, the reason why we don't have Dr. Kim on is because there are so many people on this call.
She is on. Emily, she is on. She's on.
Okay. So she wasn't on because she couldn't get on her own call, you guys. We are so excited that we have so many people here with us. We have over 100 people trying to get on this call, and we're just so grateful to have you here tonight and that we get to share our stories. So we're going to turn the time now to Dr. Kimberly Mortensen. And like Christy said, she is a pediatrician nurse practitioner, and she's going to share with you how the business has helped her.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Hi, guys. I'm Kimberly Greening, and like Emily and Christy said, I am a nurse practitioner and a mom to 2 boys. And when I started Plexus, I certainly never thought I was going to do the business, ever. Being a single mom, I had 2 jobs, and I had a very busy lifestyle with my kids. I had church callings, and there was no way that I wanted to do anything else. But let me just tell you a little bit about my health history testimony first, and then I can go into the business. I basically didn't come into this with any chronic disease or illness or anything like that, but what I came into was 42 years old and really, really tired and exhausted all the time. I had gone through a stressful situation about 3.5 years before and kind of put my life on the back burner, took care of everyone else, but forgot to take care of myself. And over those 3 years, I had weight gain. I didn't eat well. Prior to that, I was a marathon runner, very, very healthy. But through that stressful situation, I feel like I kind of just went into survival mode. And I think a lot of people do that. So I had a lot of sugar cravings. I lived on Diet Coke. My highlight of the day was a nap. Literally between my morning clinic and my afternoon clinic, I would schedule a nap, and I would either go sleep in my truck or I would go and run home real quick because I lived close enough to my office. If I had a long lunch, I could do that. Or I literally had a sleeping bag, a really ugly green sleeping bag and a pillow in my office, and I would throw it on the floor, and I'd tell my medical assistants, guys, I'm going to take a nap. Don't bother me. Wake me up when clinic starts. So that was kind of my life. I had a lot of heartburn. I had a lot of anxiety. I had headaches every day. I lived on Diet Coke because I knew I needed a stimulant to get through my day. So basically, when Christy Jex approached me, I actually turned her down and said, nope, I'm not interested. But as I started to research the products a little bit and I watched her over the next couple months really get her life back, I was desperate enough to try this fad diet or this quick fix. So I reached out to her and I said, okay, give it to me. Give me your magic potion, but do not tell a soul that I am going to start these products. So I started my journey of Plexus, and within a couple of months, within a couple of weeks, I had a lot of energy. Within, it was around 30 days where I woke up one morning and realized that I didn't take my sleeping medication. And guys, I had to take that for 7 or 8 years. And when I woke up, I was panicked because I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't sleep. But then I realized, whoa, I totally slept. This crazy hair right here, it usually in the morning is even crazier. And I remember looking in the mirror that morning and it was like totally the same. And I must have slept so deep. So I kind of put Plexus to the test, and the next night I didn't take my sleeping medication. That was 17 months ago, guys. I haven't had to take sleeping medication since then. So just through balancing my body and getting to root issues, I've been able to go off all my medications. I don't crave sugar. I don't, live on soda anymore, and my life has completely changed. So how did I start this business? When I first started, I definitely did not want to do this, but what I ended up doing is I'm kind of a talker, and I made this post one day about the gym that I had joined and these supplements that I started taking. And I had a lot of friends reach out to me and say, "What is this? What are you taking? Why do you feel so good?" And really, it's because so many people suffer in silence that when they saw an option that could maybe benefit them, they started reaching out. So little did I know that that post was starting this business. Now, I'm super grateful that's exactly what it was, but I didn't know that's what I was doing. So why would a nurse practitioner want to do this? I make a pretty good salary. I'm busy. At the time, I had 2 jobs. Why would I want to do this? Well, let me tell you. First of all, Western medicine continues to do more and more research on gut health and blood sugar instability and inflammation. And disease and illness starts in the gut. And so I had already been researching this for years. I've been on probiotics and things like that for years. My NICU babies, I put on probiotics. My patients, I recommend probiotics. So these supplements already perfectly align with what I'm teaching people every single day. And so I loved that this company already aligns with Western medicine. The other thing is I started to, after sharing that one post, a week later, I got a little paycheck. And as a single mom, I was kind of like, well, that was weird. Well, look at this. I can now pay for my son's cleats. That's kind of cool. And we've got school registration coming up, and I can cover that too. And usually, even being, a nurse practitioner and having a good salary, I didn't have extra income. I'm the sole provider for my boys. And so we lived a good lifestyle, but there wasn't a lot of extra. I was never going to be able to help my kids through college. I felt like I was never going to pay off my school loans. And so as I looked at the compensation plan, it really started to make sense to me. And as I started to look at residual income, it made sense to me. And so I started working this business, and literally it's been work and it's been sacrifice, but it has changed my life. I am able to help my son pay for college. I'm able to travel more. The most important thing to me is family time. And I was able to get rid of that second job and actually make more money and have more time with my family. And so, someone talking, sorry. And so that's just been the biggest benefit for me. I've been able to literally change my life with my health, but also financially, I've been able to really start to make as much as a nurse practitioner makes. And I've been able to help my family, and I've been able to have that time with my family that I wasn't going to have before. So why would I do this business? All those reasons. It's literally life-changing, and it's been amazing.
That's so amazing. Thank you so much, Kim. We are just so, I love everything that you said. And to me, I just related to everything. And again, I'm so sorry because Dr. Kim is recently married, and I was using her name that I met her as, Kimberly Mortensen, and she is Kimberly Greening. So that's why if you're confused about the different names, it's because old habits die hard. So thank you so much for sharing your story, Kim, and just so relatable. I mean, everything from just being able to buy your son's cleats and pay for registration all at the same time, not have to budget it out, but be able to just do those things. That's something that I can relate to also. I don't have to worry about, oh, we're out of lunch money. Okay, well, I'll just send lunch money for 3 months all today because I can. And I love having that freedom, that convenience that it gives our family. So we're gonna turn over to our last person now for just 5 more minutes, and it's the person who introduced me to Plexus, and she is what's called a Diamond Emerald Ambassador with Plexus. And what that means is that she has made it to the very top of the company, just like me, but she's now re-enrolled under herself and built her team all the way up to one of the top 3 tiers again in Plexus. This is an amazing part of our compensation plan that I would like to highlight to you, because I want you to let it sink in that when you make it to the top 3 tiers of the company, you get a bonus check in each of those tiers. That one of those checks was bigger than what I used to make as a full-time teacher. One of those checks. So she's getting 3 of those checks under her diamond position, and now she's getting a 4th check under her re-entry position. That's just in bonuses. That's not including all of her pay points and all of her monthly commissions and weekly bonus checks. So I'm going to let her finish off the thunder here, but I just want to introduce to you Diamond Emerald Ambassador Brooke Hemingway.
Aloha, everyone. It's so great to be here. Can you hear me okay? Can I get a thumbs up? Okay, awesome. I'm so glad to be with you guys, and I'm actually really glad to be joining you guys from my phone, because that is how I work the majority of my business. And I know so many of us work our business from our phone or from our computer or our tablet or wherever we are in the world. Literally, this type of work is on my time schedule from wherever I am. I don't have to be at a job from 9 to 5 every day. My background is as a nurse. I worked as an ICU nurse for 10 years, and I did the night shift. And if anyone has ever done the graveyard shift, you know how much it sucks, how much it just pulls the life out of you and how exhausting it is. And I was tied to that schedule. Every Friday night, I would go to work, and I would go to work after my husband had come home from working about 36 to 48 hours. He would leave every Wednesday to go to work, and then when he would come home on Friday night, I would leave and I would go to work. And that was our weekly schedule. In addition to that work schedule, he also worked the other days of the week. And so when I started Plexus, I also was not looking for a business. My husband is a physician. He works full time. He provides well for our family. We have 6 children, ages 3 months to 11 years old. I was not looking for anything else to fit into my life. I was also homeschooling at the time. So I wasn't somebody that was looking for a full-time job. But this fit into my life. I could work it from my phone. I could work it from my computer, at my, at whatever worked for my kids and our schedule. And that is one of the most beautiful things about this type of a business. You can fit it into the nooks and crannies of your day. If you want to work really hard and you want to make incredible income, you can. If you want to work a little bit and just make $500 a month, you can. But the sky is the limit. Like Emily said, I've gone to the top of the company. I'm going to the top of the company again. And my husband is also in one of the top 3 tiers of the company. So just to tell you a little bit more about our compensation plan that is really cool. In our company, your husband can actually be enrolled under you, and he can also build a business as well. And both of you can build a business twice. So technically, you could have 4 diamond incomes in your household. Now, I know Emily hasn't showed you an income disclosure, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of what these numbers are, because I know some of you are kind of curious. And these are rough numbers, and of course, there is no income guarantee. This is not a lottery ticket. It's not something you sign up for and you just work 30 minutes a day and all of a sudden you're making gangster money, right? This is a real business with amazing products that if you have a story, if you love helping other people, and you love to make good money for helping other people, this is your business. So our first rank in the company is a silver ambassador. Silver ambassadors have 3 ambassadors at a minimum underneath them, probably a handful of customers, maybe a few other ambassadors, and they make about $400 a month. So how would $400 a month change your life? I know for a lot of people, that would make a huge difference. Now, our income disclosure goes all the way up through Diamond, and a Diamond ambassador makes an average of $420,000 a year. And all the other ranks fall in there in between. The thing that is so unique about our business is that wherever you want to be, you're going to make income. So it starts from the very beginning, from the very first customer or very first ambassador you enroll to take these amazing products, you make a commission. You don't have to wait. There's no gotcha. There's no, you have to have so many people at a certain level. It is such a straightforward compensation plan. And our company does network marketing the way it should be done, could be done, but is rarely done. We have something incredible here, and you can get more information on the details of the compensation plan from the person that sent you to this meeting. But guys, you know, why would somebody like me be possessed to start a business when I had a quote unquote good life? Well, our life really was quite hectic. We've been married 19 years. From the time we got married, my husband was working or in school, full-time medical school, 80 to 100 hours a week sometimes. And I had all of these babies and no husband around. And quite frankly, I was tired of it. He worked 2 jobs, Plus he's the chief of the ER, and I just hardly saw him, let alone our kids. And I just finally decided, you know what? It's been long enough. I want my kids to know their dad. I want them to spend time with their dad. I want him to be less stressed. I don't want him to keel over and have a heart attack when he's 50 from all of the stress of working so hard to support our family. Enough is enough. I have an amazing opportunity in front of me, and I would be foolish if I didn't take advantage of it. Guys, these products hands down changed my life. I was an exhausted, anxious, sugar craving, non-sleeping mom of 5 kids when I started, and they changed my life. Now, I don't have a gigantic health testimonial. I didn't lose loads of weight. I didn't get off medication, any of that. But what it did for me was incredible. And so if you're sitting around thinking, I've got to have some incredible testimonial where I get off medications and I lose tons of weight, no, that is not the case. Because to some people, just being able to sleep through the night is an amazing benefit. And for me, that was huge. That changed my life. The fact that I could wake up and have energy and feel good, and I could do my life, that was huge. And so I decided to hit the ground running with this business. So guys, I want to put something in perspective for you. My husband went to school for 12 years, blood, sweat, and tears, to become a physician, to do what he does. And he provides so well for our family, and I'm so grateful for him. But guess what? He works 30 to 35 hours a week now. Guess what? He takes my kids surfing several times a week. He has time off. He is able to actually have a relationship with our children. And that has been life-changing for us. He's not as stressed out. He's a happier person. I'm contributing to our family, and I'm helping to change our family's lives. He went to school for 12 years, and I out-earned my husband. I have been working my business for 2 years and 2 months. I have been working it diligently. I don't treat it as a hobby because I know that these products and this business changes lives. And if you hop in and you treat it like a business and you have a reason why, you can do the exact same thing, guys. This is the company to be with right now. Now, as a nurse, I can tell you that the most pressing needs in our society are weight, energy, autoimmune conditions, digestive issues. All you have to do is turn on the TV at night and look. It's for sleep medication, digestive issue medication, autoimmune conditions, anxiety, depression. That's what all of the ads are for. And guys, we have something that can help with those things. Our products are the most relevant thing out there right now. And our company is young enough, not too young, that we are incredibly stable and secure. We are a debt-free company. We are backed by Morgan Stanley, and we are still having explosive growth, yet are completely new to so many markets. Guys, we're not saturated at all. We are just getting started. And our team right here is the most incredible team. We have free training. We have great sponsors, great programs to help you to learn about the products and learn about the business, and all the support that you would need. It takes a leap of faith to do something like this. It does. Every single one of us that have talked tonight was afraid of something. I was afraid of what people would think. I'm married to the chief doctor on the island. I was afraid that people might, think, what is she doing? What is she getting mixed up in? We all have fears, but living inside of our fears is never going to change our life. Worrying about what other people think about you is never going to change your life. It's not going to bring in the paycheck. It's not going to bring your husband home. It's not going to help you as a single mom to support your family. It's not going to help you to get out of that crippling debt that's destroying your marriage. It is not going to do that for you, but this can. And so I want to encourage you guys, if you are new to our team or you're just checking out Plexus, this is the place to be, and I want to encourage you to jump in with both feet and take advantage of everything that we have to offer you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Brooke, for sharing your business and health testimonial with us tonight. I have chills from head to toe because I know that you are speaking every single person's story on this call tonight. We all feel this way when we work this business together, and I love our family, our Ohana, we like to call it, in our Plexus family. So also, thank you so much all for being here tonight. We would love it if you would join our Ohana, our fun and fast-growing team in Plexus. We know that you would love to do this with us, everything from trips to cars to just amazing women and men supporting each other in health and happiness. And we are just so glad that you've taken a half an hour out of your time tonight to be here with us. And the person who invited you to this call is going to check in with you and see if you have any additional questions, because we know that some of you still might have questions and other things that you want to have resolved. And we want to make sure that you have everything at your fingertips to make the best decision for you, like we've made the best decision for us. So thank you so much for coming tonight, and we will hopefully see you on Facebook, right? Bye, guys.